For over 6 decades, the scientific community has dismissed reports of an undiscovered primate species roaming North America's dense forests as folklore or misidentification. Today, a team of professional researchers armed with cutting-edge technology and military-grade tracking methods claims to have obtained the most compelling evidence yet in the hunt for the legendary Sasquatch. Expedition Bigfoot's recent findings, including high-definition video footage, unidentified hair samples, and elaborate forest structures, could potentially rewrite our understanding of North America's wilderness and its most elusive inhabitant. On the morning of June 12, lead researcher Russell Acord was conducting routine thermal scans in a remote section of the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest when his FLIR thermal camera captured something extraordinary. What initially appeared as a typical black bear moving through dense underbrush suddenly revealed itself to be something entirely different. I was scanning a hillside about 300 yards away when I noticed this large heat signature, Acord recounted. At first glance, it looked like a bear on all fours, which wouldn't be unusual. But then, in one fluid motion, it just stood up. The 4K footage, which has been reviewed by multiple primatologists and biomechanics experts, shows a massive, fur-covered figure estimated at 7 to 8 feet tall rising effortlessly to its full height. The creature then turns its head in a distinctly human-like manner, appearing to scan its surroundings before disappearing into the dense foliage. Dr. Mireya, renowned primatologist and National Geographic explorer, examined the footage and noted, "The transition from quadrupedal to bipedal movement is what's most fascinating here. Bears can stand on 2 legs, but they don't move like this. The creature's center of gravity, the way it pivots, it suggests a completely different musculoskeletal structure." The team's reaction: shock and scientific rigor. The Expedition Bigfoot team, consisting of wildlife biologists, former military trackers, and forensic experts, immediately implemented strict protocols to document and preserve evidence from the encounter area. "We treated this like any other significant wildlife discovery," explained Dr. Rachel Thomas, the team's lead biologist. "We marked GPS coordinates, established a perimeter, and began systematic documentation. The difference here was that we weren't dealing with a known species." The team collected soil samples from the creature's footprints, which measured approximately 16 inches in length with a distinctive mid-tarsal break, a feature some researchers associate with Sasquatch tracks. They also took multiple casts of the impressions for further analysis. Strange forest structures, evidence of intelligence? 3 days after the initial sighting, while expanding their search radius, the team made another startling discovery: an elaborate tree structure that defied natural explanation. Located approximately 1.2 miles from the sighting location, the formation consisted of 12 mature trees deliberately bent and interwoven to form a dome-like structure. A fresh break marks indicating recent manipulation. A multiple 150 to 200-pound logs arranged in a precise geometric pattern. Several hair samples caught in the bark grooves. "This wasn't random tree fall or natural wind damage," said Bryce Johnson, the team's survival expert and former Army Ranger. "The structural integrity suggests sophisticated engineering, either by humans or something with comparable dexterity and strength. The way these heavy logs are positioned would require tremendous upper body strength or coordinated group effort." Forensic analysis of the hair samples revealed an unknown genetic profile that didn't match any known North American mammal in current databases. Mitochondrial DNA testing is ongoing at an independent laboratory in Portland. Adding credibility to these civilian findings are declassified reports from military personnel who experienced similar encounters. Retired Special Forces operative Miles, identity protected for security reasons, came forward with details of a 1994 incident in the Alaskan wilderness that bears striking similarities to the Expedition Bigfoot discovery. During a winter survival training exercise near Eielson Air Force Base, Miles and his team discovered a trail of 18-inch humanoid footprints in fresh snow. Documented stride lengths of nearly 5 feet between impressions. Reported hearing unearthly vocalizations, including a primal scream, that triggered their immediate retreat. Found a freshly snapped 10-inch diameter pine tree near their campsite. Most intriguingly, Miles revealed that official Air Force survival manuals used in their training included recognition protocols for Sasquatch-type encounters, an inclusion that suggests the military has long taken these reports seriously. Scientific community reacts with cautious interest. While mainstream science remains appropriately skeptical, several respected researchers have expressed cautious interest in Expedition Bigfoot's findings. Dr. Jeff Meldrum, professor of anatomy and anthropology at Idaho State University and author of Sasquatch, Legend Meets Science, has requested the footprint casts for detailed analysis. The mid-tarsal break feature, if verified, would be particularly significant, Meldrum noted. This is an anatomical detail that's extremely difficult to fake and doesn't appear in known primate tracks. The Olympic Project, a scientific research group dedicated to Sasquatch studies, has offered to coordinate peer review of the evidence. This appears to be the most comprehensive collection of evidence we've seen in decades, said project director Derek Randalls. Thermal imaging experts from MIT are currently examining the video footage for signs of digital manipulation or hoaxing. Preliminary analysis suggests the thermal signatures are consistent with a living, breathing organism. Cultural and historical context. The recent findings align remarkably with centuries of indigenous accounts. Local Native American tribes, including the Yakama and Klickitat, have long spoken of stick Indians, or wild men, inhabiting these forests. These aren't new stories to us, explained tribal elder William Yallop of the Yakama Nation. Our people have known about these beings for generations. They're part of our oral history, our cave paintings, our warnings to children. Modern science is just catching up to what we've always known. The road ahead. Scientific verification process. Expedition Bigfoot has outlined a rigorous verification process for their findings. 1. DNA analysis completion. 60 to 90 days full genome sequencing of hair samples at multiple independent labs. 2. Peer review publication. Early 2024 submission of findings to scientific journals. 3. Continued field research. Installation of 24/7 monitoring stations with LiDAR and thermal imaging. 4. Native collaboration. Partnership with tribal trackers familiar with regional sightings. 5. Academic partnerships. Coordination with university anthropology departments. While skepticism remains the proper scientific stance until conclusive proof is established, Expedition Bigfoot's findings represent the most sophisticated, multidisciplinary approach to Sasquatch research in history. The combination of eyewitness accounts, physical evidence, and technological documentation creates a compelling case that demands serious investigation. As the team prepares for their next expedition with enhanced equipment and broader academic support, one thing is certain: the boundary between myth and reality in North America's vast wilderness has never seemed more permeable. Whether this ultimately leads to the confirmation of Sasquatch's existence or another intriguing dead end, the pursuit continues to expand our understanding of the natural world and its many remaining mysteries.